Welcome back. Today we're talking about how to have investors at your doorstep by establishing your expertise. All right, if you want people to invest $50 to $100 to $200,000 or more with you, they need to know you, they need to like you, they need to trust you with their money. On today's video, we're going to dial in on that trust factor. We're going to show you how to boost your visibility, how to be seen as a real estate expert in the eyes of your prospective investors. We're going to take a look at a variety of different ways to do this, all the way from simple to a little bit more complex, depending on how quickly and how much capital you want to raise. Stay tuned. All right, once you get going with raising capital, and once you've kind of gotten that low-hanging fruit with your friends and your family members and coworkers and business associates, you got the easy ones first, then we really need to start kicking up your visibility as a professional real estate investor in the eyes of your prospective investors as well. That's what this is all about. So there's all sorts of different ways to do this. But again, it really boils down to the know, like, and trust factor. We're going to really work on that trust factor to get people feeling comfortable that you know your stuff and that when they invest with you, you're going to be a good steward of their money. So a couple of simple ideas around this. And again, if you want more information about this, we did a whole series called Be Seen to Get the Green. I think I'll put a link up there if I can remember to put it up there, and you can watch all of that. But let's do a big picture overview here. So number one is how you show up when you're talking with a prospective investor. And I'm going to suggest that when you're having investor meetings, that you dress business casual. Guys, put on a blazer, nice pair of shoes, nice trousers, look sharp. Ladies, dress up, again, business casual for these kind of meetings. It's going to show people that you respect them, and it's going to get respect back from them as well. Speak knowledgeably about what you're doing. Speak knowledgeably about your real estate investing strategy and your primary market. Okay. Another big tip is have sharp-looking materials. Have a good-looking, professional, well-branded personal website for raising capital, and have sharp-looking materials like your big check pitch deck. Make sure that that looks sharp. And any leave-behind materials that you're going to leave with folks as well. Business cards included there. Okay. Other tips here when it comes to being seen as a credible authority and an expert in the eyes of your investors. Get the opportunity, if you have the opportunity to speak in public, like at your local RIA or real estate meetup or real estate investment club, take it. Go ahead and do those. Make sure that you are taking those opportunities to show people what you're up to, showcase what you're doing. If you're part of your local Rotary or your Lions Club, do a presentation there. If you're part of Toastmasters, if you're not very comfortable with public speaking, definitely go to Toastmasters, get some practice. And guess what? There are lots of good prospective investors at Toastmasters meetings as well. So there's a big shortcut there for you. Okay, another thing you can look at doing is getting interviewed on podcasts. I've got my podcast going, Property Profits Real Estate Podcast. We've been going since 2018. We love interviewing what I call everyday people investing in real estate. If you want to check that out, you can go check out daveinterviewsyou.com and book in. I'd love to have you on the show. But in the meantime, think about getting booked on other people's podcasts. In fact, I just interviewed a gentleman a couple of days ago at the time that we're recording this. His name is Sean Ria, and he was explaining to me that he got booked on a couple of podcasts early on in his capital raising career, and that led to, I think, 5 or 6 investors connecting with him and starting a relationship, and he ended up doing joint venture partnerships with several of those people. So it can be a massive shortcut for you. Another massive shortcut for creating credibility and boosting your authority is becoming an author. I mean, heck, that's where the word authority comes from. That's why I keep talking to you about this whole Money Partner book on all of my videos. But for example, I've got a client of mine years ago, John Simcoe and I co-authored a book together all about rent-to-own real estate investing. That's what I did for a number of years. I started teaching people about it, taught John about it. He took it and took massive action. Then I wrote a book about it. We co-authored this book together. And he used that book as a business card on steroids for talking with investor prospects. So he ended up, I think last time I talked to him, he'd raised over $6 million directly attributable to being an author in a book. So that is a great shortcut for you as well. So there you have it. There are all sorts of different ideas on what you can do. You can also start your own platform. I've got this YouTube channel. You could start your own YouTube channel. You could start your own podcast. You could have your own Facebook group. All of these things are different ways for you to be seen and to elevate yourself as an authority. So a couple of tips around these types of things. Make sure that, for example, if you do co-author a book or write your own book or get interviewed on a podcast or anything like that, make a big deal about that with your target group of investor prospects. So it's not so much just to kind of get the word out to new people, it's to show the people that you already have in your sphere that you know your stuff. So one of the big tips for leveraging a podcast interview is when you get interviewed by the host, take a screenshot of yourself getting interviewed, put that up on social media. When the interview is actually released, again, put that up on social media. Make a big deal about that. Does that make sense? So there are a bunch of different tips for how you can boost your visibility and start raising a lot more capital. If you like that idea and you want more like it, then go ahead, grab a copy of my book, Money Partner Formula. It goes over my entire process for attracting investors instead of chasing after them. It shows you very, very clearly how to raise 6 figures in a matter of weeks and even 7 figures in a matter of month, and how to boost your visibility and be seen as a credible real estate investor. So go ahead, grab a copy at investorattractionbook.com or click on the link in the description below. Take care. Talk to you on the next episode.